Your family, you're one of 11 children or 12 children?
10 that lived to be 21. There was more, part of the Native American culture was that you don't speak of the dead. You see, my daddy's first wife died. And 17 years in that house, I never heard her name. I mean, you just don't talk about it.
And what kind of kid were you growing up? Were you scholarly? Were you quiet? Were you mischievous? What kind of child were you? And you can't consult with your brother over there. You can't look at your brother over there.
Well, I tell you, I was bad. And from age 11, I almost daily challenged my daddy for authority. And always got away with it. The rest of them say I never had to work. Which probably is closer to true than not. I mean,
How did you get away with that?
It was part of my training. You see, when the Ole Miss thing came up, many newsmen and many writers went through every foot of my life. There was not one person ever found anybody that was surprised that it was me. You understand that? Everybody thought it would have been me. And nobody was surprised. I mean, I've been saying it as a joke, but it's really the truth. I was a bad dude and lucky, but I was bad. I mean, I always established my dominance, and the clearest pattern was when I went to Florida in the 12th grade. The first week in school, I was a little nigger from Mississippi. But by the second week, I was the baddest dude on the campus because I had sent the biggest bully to the hospital. And I had taken on the toughest bully, and he had won because I was slick. I made sure the coach was right at hand before I tackled him. And then before he could show his dominance, the coach broke it up. But from that day on, I ain't never, and when I came to Jackson State, I did the same thing. You see, the majority of students on Jackson State campus, when they saw me coming down one side of the street, they'd cross over to the other side.
They were scared of you, you say?
Right, but you understand, I deliberately did that. You understand? I would start fights just for the heck of it, just to show how bad I was. You understand, you have to be bad to do things that other people don't do, and they don't be surprised. And surprise is a very, very important thing.
Now, you're saying you were like that even as a little boy, growing up?
Oh, yes.
Even 9, 10 years old? Before that?
Oh, yes.
And your father allowed you to challenge him because you were the chosen one, as you said?
Now that I can't answer because he was a tough disciplinarian. And I thought I knew I won most of the fights. But I didn't know he deliberately let me do what I wanted to do, but that's what all the others say. All the other brothers and sisters.